How could Nick take that brat to a party for an Alpha and Luna? Is he insane? Well, thank you for informing me, and don't worry, I will definitely see you tonight. My entire mood was rotten to the core, and I tossed my phone on the bed just when Nick enters. What's wrong, Peaches? He frowns at me, standing with a guilty expression on his face. Nothing, I shrug it off. Listen, I was thinking, can I just take Tiffany tonight? I promise it would be the first and last. He smiles and my mouth drops open. He just lied to me while looking me in the eyes. First, I raise my eyebrows at him. Yes, she wants to go, and we've been to these kind of things a lot. He shrugs and I scoff, shaking my head as I turn my back to him. You know what, Nick? I turn around to face him. I heard all about taking her to that party last week, so sure, since everybody already knows her. I throw my hands in the air. And please, don't wait up for me, because I'll be going, because I was personally invited by Luna Paris. Never did I think I would sit in the back of my own car. I tried to fight it, but when Tiffany pulled out the car sick card, I just knew I wasn't going to win, and I sit in the back, and it was beyond humiliating when she took Nick's arm and they walked inside together, leaving me behind. For Nick, it's blinding, and I'm sure that he even forgets about me when she's around. It hurts. It breaks me to know that he forgets about me, because along with me, the memories are also gone. Upon entering the big ballroom, I try and focus on the decorations instead of my mate, who's holding her hand, claiming her in front of all these people. Excuse me. A male voice comes from behind, and a dashing man stands behind me, looking directly into my eyes. He is tall, muscular, but definitely not an alpha. I'm Lewis, beta of Alpha Nathaniel. I'm here tonight in his absence. May I perhaps have this dance? He asks politely, holding his hand out to me. My eyes flick over to the dance floor where Nick and Tiffany are swaying in each other's arms, lovingly, and a source of anger just takes over, followed by wanting revenge. I'd love to. I take his hand and put my glass down on the table. He leads me to the dance floor, and hands link, and he holds it so elegantly. He makes me turn widely, and I feel like a princess. You have unique eyes. He points out my grey orbs, something Nick fell in love with. He used to say I'm unique, and all what I am now is forgotten. I hear that a lot. I roll my eyes playfully, and a shiver runs down my spine, making me glance around, and I see Nick still dancing, but his eyes are on me now. What's wrong? You're tense, Lewis points out, claiming my attention back. Oh, it's nothing. I shrug it off. Nick is not allowed to do this. He can't have us both, and he won't let her go, so it's time he lets me go. I am beautiful. I can find another man if I want. Tell me, he pleads, seeming a little curious. It's a very long story. I sigh, my smile gone. Nick ruins everything for me. I was having a good time and he took that away. Does it have something to do with the man glaring at me? He snorts, and I'm confused as to why he finds it funny. That's my mate, I gulp, expecting him to stop dancing with me and run off. Alpha Nick. He says his name like he knows him. Do you know him? I know of him, he shrugs. And you aren't scared? I frown, and suddenly a surge of power radiates off him, something only someone of higher power could obtain. He pulls me closer, his face next to mine. Do you feel that? He whispers, his lips brushing my ear. I nod, as I'm at a loss for words. He's a beta, but has more power than Nick. Do you know what I am? His fingers run up and down my spine slowly. He's a lichen. The lichen omegas are of the same power as normal alphas. I glance over at Nick, and my fear comes true as he suddenly stops dancing and marches over to us, his eyes flicking to Lewis's hand on my lower back, and I try to pull away, but Lewis holds me close. Calm down, he breathes out as he watches Nick approach us. Who the f*** are you? Nick seethes, his hands fisted by his sides. Beta of Alpha Nathaniel, He smiles at Nick graciously. A beta? Nick's voice is filled with amusement. His tongue slides across his bottom lip before he cracks his neck to the side. Step aside. She's mine. He growls and Lewis stops dancing and lets me go. Oh, then who's the brunette over there? Also mine. Nick growls and Lewis's eyebrows raise as he smiles. Which is your real mate? Lewis steps closer, and Nick's eyebrows raise as he takes on this challenge. Please stop. We were just dancing. I look at Nick, who just shrugs me off. Tiffany, he grits out, and my heart aches. And go dance with her. Lewis grits out, and he suddenly pulls me into his side, glancing at me with a caring look. I'll make sure Jessica here has the best night of her life.